Ahmad Riyal.
Beatbox man.
Yes, please. Have a seat. Ariel, Elvina.
Woo, Riyal.
Yang berusaha Tuan Pengerusi Majlis yang amat berhormat, Tuan Baginda Kylie Cho, current President of SUKDU.
How about the guy running this thing for you, man?
Alright, good afternoon everyone. My name is Ahmad Riyal. We've had an IT student and a debater in the name of Kishan Kumar running for president. Please make some noise. We've also had a retiring law student, not retiring. We also had a law student who is also very active with YMP, also running for president. And now, it is my turn. I am a mass comm student in KU. I've been doing mass comm for more than a year. I'm also the president of one club, which is the Paintball Laser Tag Society, which I know some of you really love. Thanks girls for making some noise. And I'm also a very active member of performing arts and all that. Okay, now, we have all heard what the other candidates want to give you. One has his plans about joining Section 13 and DJ Campus together, and Kishan has his plans about creating an innovative society. And that's all good. I'm not bashing on their ideas or their idealisms. It is a wonderful plan that they have. But my question is, what it is that you want? What is it that excites you? What is it that actually you want to see change in KDU? See, because at the end of the day, it's not about what I, as the next president of SUKDU wants. It's not about what SUKDU can change in the government, in the administration of KDU. It is what you want, it is what you claim. Because, I'm going to be very honest with you. Any member in SUKDU has no ultimate power. The power comes from you who are here. The power comes from the students in SUKDU. If one president from SUKDU goes up to Dr. Teo right now and tells him, I want food prices in KDU to go down, it's not going to make much difference. But imagine if the whole united KDU comes. Imagine trying to silence 1,000 students, 1,000 paying students. That is a whole different issue altogether. And that comes to the function of SUKDU. Of course, some of you might ask, some of you might not even have heard of SUKDU, and some of you might ask, what is SUKDU? We've had a few different definitions. The most recent definition is by a guy named Adrian Teo, which was, SUKDU is the governing body of all the students and club societies in KDU. And that is true. I am not disagreeing with his statement. We are essentially the leaders of the students and all the clubs and societies. But one thing he left out saying is that to govern people, to govern a community, is to serve them, is to make sure that what they do matters, is to make sure that what ideas they have reaches to the pinnacle of the administration. The voice that they speak out is magnified by our efforts. But then, unfortunately, in recent times, this has slightly dulled. Communication has broken down. Communication has broken down. And why is this? Okay, this is because, one, we are not active enough in approaching the students, and two, the students are not active enough in approaching us. Okay, and this is what I would like to change in SUKDU, in KDU, when I am in office. Thanks, Rizwan, for giving me that line. When I am in office. Now,
I said if, man.
alright. Now, starting onwards, KDU will have a lot more control over the students' affairs. Because right now, a lot of the events, a lot of the club administration is handled by SSC. But when the next term comes in, the new committee comes in, that power from SSC will come to SUKDU. And this is very important because for the first time, we will finally have a one-to-one communication with the students and the clubs and societies. Now, this will be a platform for the students in KDU to finally use SUKDU, to finally take advantage of SUKDU's powers to move on up into the establishment, into the higher management. To move on up into the higher establishment. Because honestly, SUKDU has been lacking in their main purpose, which is to channel the voices of the people, to channel your voices. Okay? SUKDU is becoming a more of an open, hopefully, when when I'm in office, SUKDU will become a more of an open door policy community. Meaning that if any students have an idea, if any students have a suggestion, well, they can come to us straight. They can even attend our meeting with a presentation. And I will exercise the act of us listening to any student who has a plea, who has a suggestion, who has an idea to make KU a better place. Because at the end of the day, I've been using this phrase a lot, at the end of the day, it is you who decide. It is you who have the real power. One person, the president of SUKDU, can only communicate. But if we don't have the people communicating with us, then we have nothing to bring forth to the management. And finally, what's my final point? Okay, I can't remember my final point. Oh yeah, and finally, that's the end of my speech. Thank you very much. It doesn't really matter who you vote for, because what we have right now is a theme. It's how we are going to run SUKDU. Okay, I guess what's the most important for you is that you pick a person who continues this trend. Who continues that what we care most is the student and not what the administration thinks. Alright? So finally, yeah, that was my last point. Thank you very much and good night!